for this. This is a 7-question interview.
All right.
Okay, before we start this interview, I just want to pray. I pray for anointings and wisdom and success. And amen to that. Okay, so we're going to start with this interview. My first question for you is, when did you fall in love with photography?
The first day I fell in love with photography. All right, this is how the whole thing went. So I was actually it was my junior year of high school, and my teacher, I was always in advanced choir. And so I was shocked that I went down to intermediate choir, and I was like, I didn't feel like I needed to be put there. So I was like, there was a photography class going on in the art room. So I asked my choir teacher, who's like a father figure to me. He actually said that I was able to take the photography class while still enrolled in his class. Okay. So all I had to do was just make sure I met and checked in with him, and then went to that class. But the first day I took a picture, the picture looks like a rain boot kicking up water. And the way I froze it in the air, it was just like, oh my God! And that's just that determined my destiny, what I want to do for the rest of my life. So.
Okay, that's wonderful, actually. Yes. Okay, so who or what inspired you to want to be a photographer?
I mean, I would honestly have to say, it was a natural gift. I think it's a natural gift that I have, because I started off with one of the small compact digital cameras, and I always took that around. But I mean, my inspiration now, I would say, would have to be pretty much Nigel Barker, who's
I love
fashion
his work.
photographer. Yes, and just seeing him on America's Next Top Model. Just amazing.
That's a wonderful person to inspire you. Okay. So what's the motivational story behind Voncel's?
Voncel's Reflection?
Reflection, yes.
Well, it used to be Voncel's Reflection and Prints. And like I was telling you earlier, my choir teacher in high school, after he seen that I was serious about photography, and after I graduated college, he actually was coming up with different names, and it used to be Marshall's Reflection and Prints or something like that. But I was like, hey, what if I put Voncel's Reflection and Prints? So Voncel's Reflection and Prints sound really good, but now I'm getting older. It's time to narrow the name down a little bit. So now I decided to give Voncel's Reflection. So the inspiration came from my choir teacher, George Patrick Johnson.
Mr. George Patrick Johnson. Okay. So where do you sorry, wrong question. So how is branding and getting yourself out there, how's that been for you, or how have you even started doing that like that?
Branding myself? I would say just work. I would honestly say my work speaks for itself. So when people see my work, it's like, oh my God, Darius, you took that? I was like, yes, I took that and everything. But just constant the support, and being able to just learn from school as well, to how to brand yourself, get your work out there via Twitter, Facebook, blogging, just
use social networks to your advantage.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so where do you see yourself and your brand in the next years to come?
Well, I see myself shooting for major magazines such as GQ, Vogue, you got H&M, you have Control magazine, just a lot of the major magazines now.
Okay.
And actually, I'm actually trying to build my own online fashion photography magazine, and it's going to be called FC Magazine. Just don't know what the FNC is, going to stand for right now. But yeah, magazine, model agent, studio. Okay. Big plans.
I support it. Okay, so what do you want your legacy to be when you're done?
Well, like I always say, I don't really want to be famous, but I believe fame is going to come even when I don't want it. Yeah. All I just want to be is known. I want to leave a mark, just a mark engraved in people's hearts that I was here in this world, and that my work is still, going to be published in books, magazines. Everybody just noticed me from my personality and my work. So
That's beautiful. Okay, and the last question, or this isn't a question, but any advice to those that's trying to make it in the business?
Honestly, just stay humble. Stay true to yourself. Always stay focused. And be determined. Your determination, pretty much, it determines your destination, where you're gonna go. So, yeah, just stay humble and true to yourself, and work hard. That's it.
Well, those were great, wonderful words.